Hello viewers, today I will briefly introduce a VPN with you. I will try to share this with you in a short time. As you can see on the screen, we are currently on the homepage of a VPN called BullVPN. If you sign up for an account here, you will get a one-day trial version. Now let's head straight to the download section. You can find both Android and Windows clients here. As you can see, this is the Windows client. Additionally, it is available for Apple's iOS and iPad, Android, and there is even an extension for the Chrome browser. Next, you can see options for Mac and Android TV. Essentially, it is available for almost all platforms. So, let's download BullVPN. We are downloading the recommended client 1.4. It is about a 20 megabyte application. Now, let's proceed with the installation. You can see the options here. Create a shortcut and then click Install. Once you sign up, you will get a one-day trial. Later, if you want to purchase it, I am showing the price plans here. It is $36 for 6 months, $62 for 1 year, $116 for 2 years, and nearly $8 for 1 month. Okay, the installation is complete. Now we will click on Unblock Content and then Start for the free one-day trial. Since we already have an account, we will log in now. So viewers, as you can see, we have logged in and we have 2 hours remaining. Let's check what potential we can find within these 2 hours. If we go to the menu, first you will see the Account section. Here you can see the account options like email address, username, device, remaining time, expiration date, and the Manage Device option, which will take you to the website. As you can see, only one device is currently connected. Now let me close this and go back to the menu. Here you can see Check IP, Log, and Settings. Inside Settings, under General, there is Start Automatically with Windows. I am turning this off. Auto Connect VPN when launched, this is not necessary, because you can connect to whichever country you need when you want. You can keep Show View Log on connection on or off. You can keep Pop-up Notification on. Hide to Tray and Minimize is also an option. In the advanced options, there is IPv6 address detection and an auto kill switch. There are many good options here. Under protocols, you can see IKEv2, 3 OpenVPN protocols, and the WireGuard protocol. You can choose whichever you prefer or think is best, but I believe both IKEv2 and WireGuard are good. I am saving the settings. Note that WireGuard requires a premium account. Now, if I click on Smart Connection, you can see it suggests USA. Besides that, there are Bangladesh, Argentina, Australia, and many other countries listed. First, we will connect to the default Smart server and check the IP. It is now connected. Now, as usual, we will check the connection through whois.net. While that's loading, let's also open another page for speedtest.net to see the results. Here, we can see that it is connected to Mexico, and the anonymity level is quite low at 70%. Honestly, I wouldn't call this good. It is getting a US DNS, but shows as connected in Mexico. Okay, let's run a speed test now to see the actual performance and how good it really is. So we've been waiting for quite a while, but we aren't getting any response from speedtest.net. Because of that, we are now going to try testing the speed using fast.com. Let's see what the situation is with fast.com. Let's take a look. Often, even when speedtest.net fails, fast.com provides a speed measurement. That's why we're trying fast.com. As we can see on fast.com, we reach the maximum of about 12 Mbps, and it's trying to stabilize, fluctuating between 10, 11, and 12 Mbps. If we click on Show More Info, we can see what our upload speed is. Our latency isn't very good. We can see the ping or latency is at 226 milliseconds. I don't consider this to be very good at all. And the upload speed is in a terrible state, sitting at 2.1 Mbps. I don't think it's necessary to check many more servers. So let's change the server. We'll try the Canada server for a moment and see. It seems it's not letting us use all the servers here. They're allowing us to try only 2 or 3 servers during the trial period. So what we'll do is, we have this server available. Let's try it and see. Personally, I don't think it will be very good, because my initial impression was poor. The results weren't great. In fact, even reloading this page on whoer.net was quite a struggle. So let's see the condition of the United Kingdom. We can see the anonymity level isn't great, sitting at 90%. Let's check this one. Speed test has already finished and provided the results, 10 and 7. which are similar to what we got from fast.com. Now, let's see what kind of results we get for the United Kingdom. This is something worth noting. In the case of the UK, we can see the ping is decent at 177 milliseconds, but the speed isn't great. It's hovering between 44 and 45. It hadn't even hit 50 yet. It just reached it now. I don't think this is very good. After reviewing many high-quality VPNs over a long period, getting this kind of feedback from a VPN like this is truly disappointing. I don't have any positive things to say. It doesn't feel like a quality or high-tier product to me. Therefore, I do not recommend this VPN. It didn't seem good to me. If you've had a better experience with this VPN, please let me know in the comments. I've tried it, and it has many limitations. As you know, many VPNs offer long trial periods, 1 month, 2 months, 15 days, or 14 days. But in this case, they're only giving a single day for the trial, which is not sufficient for testing. Look here, most of the servers are disabled during the trial. There's no real opportunity to create a proper review video. Oh, here's another one, Hong Kong. Let's connect to the Hong Kong server and see its condition. Hong Kong is now connected. So we're running a speed test for Hong Kong, and at the same time, we'll check the IP on Hur. Let's see the result of the IP test. For Hong Kong, we see a 90% anonymity level. The DNS is showing Hong Kong peering with an ISP named LeeSweb. Now we'll perform another speed test. While the speed test runs, we can see on fast.com we reached up to 52 Mbps. The latency is 122 milliseconds, and the upload is between 6 and 10 Mbps. The upload speed is increasing. It has reached 12 Mbps. I'd say it's mediocre, not exactly great, just mid-range. However, if you compare the price, there are many better VPNs available in the market. I believe those would be much better choices. Here, I see the download speed is stable at 47 Mbps in one country. You might get similar or even worse results in other countries. I don't expect anything better. Anyway, on average, I've shared the performance with you. You can see the situation for yourself. That's all for today. If you liked the video, please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned with us. Have a good day. Ta-ta.